Hey everyone, this is Genesis here. I'm coming back to you with another Dissension video. Uh, and it's been a little while since I posted a video. My wife and I are finally in our new place after a very long time. And a headache of a process. We are here. So I'm going to continue. I have a little bit of time today. I'm going to continue some work on Dissension. Hop back right on that. And like to kind of speed up my work on it because I've been focusing on other things. So what are we working on today? Well, this video is just going to literally be me doing some coding, showing you where I'm at, so you can kind of get a feel and hopefully get some feedback.
Congratulations, soldier! You've been promoted.
So we're at right now. This is all look very familiar to anyone who's been paying attention to what Dissension is like. Oop, that's not what I want to bring up. Boom, there we are. Let's bring that down. What we're looking at here is essentially now I'm going through and making each custom AI for each personality. It sounds like a lot of work, at least to me initially, until a lot of these personalities will actually reuse a lot of the same framework structures, just little different flavors here and there, little different results. So it'll be mostly, I don't say mostly copy and paste, but pretty easy once I get one done. So what I'm working on right now is in parallel, I'm working on the special event system, as well as the threat assess system. So let's take a step back and let me explain to you what these actually are. So of course, like I've said before, right here, this huge chunk of code here, all this little FSM stuff, this is all basic stuff that every AI commander does. Things like we zoom in here, like, oh look, I need more tickets, or we need to check for defensive structures, I need more materials, you know, can we take a town, a land, or maybe there's no targets, we need cash, all those basic things. We need oil, power, or maybe there's valuable land we just need to take, just expand, and we need to move the commander. That's what all this code does, which needs to be optimized. And then once all that stuff is good, once he's pretty happy about that, and none of this stuff needs to be taken care of, so we're looking probably 10-15 minutes into the game, depending on the situation, you might start getting some unique stuff happening from the commander's perspective. Here, this is where the personality stuff kicks in. This is kind of the lowest priority. It's kind of like how I had it before. It's kind of like how people work, you know, when they're feeling safe and secure, their personality is going to start to come out more and more. Kind of like, I always say that as you meet in a new group of friends, you're kind of a little bit more reserved at first, and then as time goes on, maybe you are more yourself, if you're a normal person. Anyway, you come up here, and the commanders come up here, and they have more decisions to make. This is another branching node, lots of branching nodes here. So they have, this goes in priority. From, this is the lowest priority, this is if there's nothing, absolutely nothing for them to do, it'll just skip and keep on going. This will check to see if they've done a special event lately. If not, then they'll execute it. This will check to see if there's a threat nearby, and if there is a threat, what we need to do about it. And this will see if there's no threat and if there's already a special event going on, then maybe we can just give the players like a funky mission or something to do, like to kind of fill their time. If that makes sense. So what I'm working on right at the moment is I'm going to get the gorilla commander down first, because he's actually going to be the hardest, I believe, because the way AI work with randomness and precision and things like that. So what I'm working on right now is one ability I've decided to give the gorilla commander is this ability to create, look here, to create camps. And these camps are essentially for the players, just spawn points for the players where they can go to. I never realized there's a face in the mountain before. That is creepy. What the camps will be is like mini barracks. There'll be spawn points for players. Players will not be able to access equipment purchase there or vehicle purchase. It's just a spawn point for players. And for the commander, however, it acts as a spawn point for their AI groups. No vehicles, just infantry. And what that can do is allow the guerrilla commander to have the ability to spawn troops relatively close to targets and keep up consistent or random pressure, I should say, hitting from the trees in different areas. And smaller groups, of course, to kind of keep these bigger forces stalled. So let's go ahead and what we want to do is see if the camp function is working. Here's the camp function. I sat down and actually read a whole bunch of optimization stuff, a whole bunch of forum posts, trying to improve my optimization skills and make script functions run quicker and better. And it is getting there slowly. So what this function is supposed to do is create a camp somewhere and mark it on the map for us to see. So we're going to go ahead, and I have not tested this at all, so I'm expecting there to be a bug, and that's okay. So we're going to test the camp right away. And what I'm going to do eventually, while this is there's a select random here, and with the function for the disg camp, is there's going to be a whole bunch of random, special missions in here for this commander to execute. So let's go see what the first areas we need to fix. Okay, wow. Okay, well, I can see it popped up there. We do get an error. This is line 144. Undefined variable special instruction name. Well, that would make sense because if I'm looking at this more carefully, I never defined the structure name for this. I actually don't even know if I need that there. So this is the message that gets broadcasted out to the players. Camp created. We have created a new camp. This camp will allow you to respawn there, as well as provide a good location to spawn response teams. Okay, I don't see why we need this format here. Why I put that there in the first place. Let's see what. Let's see. Variable equals this like 0. Interesting. Let's go ahead and just make this the script B for now. Actually, this should just be camp. It's just a camp is what it's looking for. Well, we can see that it ran twice because the commander already, since it's already semi-implemented, as you can see here. It already ran twice, and there's already something I noticed here about this. Is it ran? I like that. Let's test to see if it's a respawn point. If that got set up correctly. I'm actually surprised it went that far. I'd expected an error sooner. Yep, and it looks like as a player, I'm just kind of slowly drifting up here. There we go. As a player, I can click on them, and yeah, look at them. I can just spawn right on them. So make sure that works. And oh boy, yeah. I'm wondering if this structure is a little big for a camp. The reason why I think I picked this was I wanted it to not be terribly difficult for AI or players to find. Looks like the problem is though, oh boy. Yeah, it's a little big. So the camp spot. So there we go. And well, and then most importantly, we need to check to see if it's putting the camps into the array properly. So what this does is, for the AI doesn't really care about the physical structure itself. It just cares if it creates an array here. And then it looks like both of those are in the array. So that pretty much worked. That's fantastic. That did not think it would work that quickly. That's pretty good. So we fixed that one error. It creates the thing. Let's find a better structure to use than this. So we are going to go ahead and back out to the 3D editor. And I'm going to find a structure that might work better, as it can't. Something that's not too small, but not too big. Something that can be destroyed as well with relative ease. Let's see. Well, let's city. What about village, like a little, like a slum house or something? I'd be happy with that. I don't know if these can be destroyed though. Need to be able to be blown up. It's a nice container. Container's not bad. What if I get a little bit more creative with it and have a couple of these structures spawn randomly around, just 3, like this, and they'll be put in their own array. And then the objective that has to be blown up will be, let's see. So I'm thinking that they have these structures spawn around to make them more visible, and then we need something that can be destroyed, that we know can be destroyed. Oh, the porta potty. Pretty easily. Let's test, see if we can destroy that. I'm just gonna leave this right here, this cargo net. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is just take this here, and instead of, well, here's the structure. I do define the structure. It's up here. Instead of it being that, we're going to change this with the cargo dent 01 box. I double clicked on it and I don't think it liked that. There it goes. Okay. Was it cargo? Oh man. Cargo net 01 box F. I do remember. Yep. So we're going to do that. And then things to spawn around it are going to be land cargo, house, slum F, and the land slum house go 3F, and then finally the land slum house 2F. Just one of each of these. Perfect. So what we'll do then is copy this, figure out where the structure gets made, and then we're going to do house 1, house 2, and house 3. Alright, these are going to be in quotes. So what I want to do is create these kind of randomly around. Quote, 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 and quote. Create vehicle. There we go. And now we need to find a random position. And for these ones, I don't care as much if it's in a good position as the be here, but I want them to be centered around that. So what we're going to do is actually, we want to make sure that this gets put in a good position. There we go. So right down here is when it's finally done moving. What I want to do is just grab this formula here, nothing too fancy. And for each one, we're going to go ahead and see. I need to actually put this into a function. So let's do that actually, because there's actually might be a better command for this, but I'm tired of repeating this, and actually it would be nice just to have this into a function. So the reason I would put this in a function, one, it's easier for me to do it, makes the code look neater, and it actually can speed up things as well. So we're going to go ahead and create this function real quick. I'm sure Bohemia already has a function like this. I'll just random position. Nah. We're just going to go ahead and do this. Random pause. Okay, so all I want to do is have it just do a simple random position around an object. So pause equals this. Okay, pause this. So what we'll do is define this function. Oops, we can find our button. So this function will return a randomly generated point within the given parameters. So this select 0 will be the object. Oops, not just the object. This select 1 will be the random distance. This select 2 will be the flat distance. Well, let's see, minimum would be the better word for that. Distance. I think that's all you need. Yeah, just something simple, and it'll just give us positions. Now what we need to do is go back to the init.sqf, actually compile this as a function. So I'm going to go ahead and cheat and just do Control D to copy that line. This random pause functions. There we go. Now we can go back to the camp here. Instead of having this code for each of these, I can simply just go B, and then minimum distance of 100. A random distance of, we'll do 100, minimum distance of like, I don't know, 50, let's do 70, I'll do 50. Call, and we'll do, this will be P1. P2, because it's going to be in different spots. Each of these will bring back a different number. And of course, don't forget to set this up correctly, where the random distance is going to be the select 1. Random distance is going to be the select 2. And that should work like that. And now let's make sure to, so I make this a private variable. Make sure that all these variables are appropriately privated. Like so. And then make sure that the create vehicle command is running. This way, instead of it being like, just a random tent or barrel, it'll be a collection of structures. And then we'll do private structure array equals h1, h2, h3. Okay. And what we can do is add it to this marker array where it pulls the marker, the structure name, and we'll do the object array. Just select 2. And then we'll give it a sleep. $30. Delete vehicle. We'll do this for delete vehicle X count. Bam. So I'll go through and delete each of those. Okay, and delete the main object. Alright. There we go. Make sure to do that for the op4 as well. And OBA. So we're making sure that once the object dies, it actually deletes it appropriately. And we're going to make sure that I did all this correctly. Looks like that should work just fine. Great, so another thing I noticed was that the object was spawning a little close to the base. Which I guess makes some sense. It's supposed to spawn only in captured locations, so if we're testing it right in the beginning, it kind of makes sense that it might just do that because, you know, there's just no captured locations. Maybe we should have it wait to do some kind of check to see if there's more than one territory. Well, we'll see. So, this is not fully thought out yet. Let's go ahead and make sure, because one thing I do want to do is spawn more in the woods, and I have it looking for trees and forest. So let's go ahead and give that a try again. I might be able to go through and use random pause more often now. Alright. So if all goes well, the guerrilla commander will have the ability to spawn camps as deemed necessary, and it's only in captured territory, so you should probably spawn something like over here. I think they also count towns as well, like the circles and the squares.
Congratulations, soldier. You've been promoted.
So let's go ahead and make sure, since he's probably not a guerrilla commander. No, he's shotgun off, so we need to manually define this one variable, like so. And now we can get the special mission. And the west side, call, and okay. Camp created. If we're going to camp, this camp will allow you to respawn there as well. Oh, we got a different type of error. Something that we will need to go through. That's going to be for a later time. You can see that the camp spawn. Well, that's an interesting location, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Camp spawn right here. And immediately I'm not seeing the other objects. Now, granted, I didn't do a check for any kind of good spawning location. It didn't get an error, so it's making me think, I wonder if this, let's make sure that this random pause command is working correctly. So what I will do is look at this target. I'm going to make this do cursor object. Player, and a crate vehicle might also be messing it up. Well, no, that's working just fine. Oh, is that it right there? Oh, no, that's a little bit too carefully placed, yep. It could be quite a distance out. So, alright. So let's test to see what happens if we blow it up. Let's go ahead and grab, let's see. RPG-32 should work. And, energy rocket. Okay. Oops, thought I reloaded it. Ah, I killed myself, man. Shame on me. Let's see if I can respawn at it. I killed myself. You killed Dominic. And looks like the camp is still there. Question is, did I actually kill it? Well, I hit it. So maybe let's get a little bit more cheeky with it here. I'm gonna just get a good old tank, shoot right at it. Okay, let's see. Tank. Sure. Oh, am I not? Where'd it go? Why is it invincible? Who knows? Tanks. This'll work. See, I could have sworn that these were indeed destroyable. It's still marked there on the map. There we go, I hit it now. Maybe they're not. I've seen it been on fire before. I'm definitely hitting it. There's other ways to code it in where if it gets hit, it, you know, it counts, but I'd rather just be able to run off the kill event handler. So we're gonna have to find something that we can blow up here. This is just the world's toughest box right here. Look at that. Doesn't give a shit. So let's find something maybe in this here that is definitely destroyable. That'll be too easy. You know, what I'm wondering might be a better idea is to literally just have a vehicle spawn, like a civilian vehicle of some sort. Like, if we go for the cars here, we can spawn in a... Let's just use a truck. We can lock it. Because I knew these are destroyable. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's try that. So we get the class name of it. Hit format. Type of cursor object. Okay. We're going to change it to CVant01.
You must
fuel.
construct
Oh.
additional pylons.
Sounds like my time is up, so what we'll do is do this. Gotta get more of those pylons. I'm gonna come down here to these guys. I'm gonna decrease the random range to like 25. I'll do like 15 meters. 15. I didn't really think this through. 10, 10, 10. I'm gonna take all this. We are going to go. We're going to redefine it as a DSG camp. Oops. Like that. Make sure we're going to redefine it as such. And then we're going to go back into special missions. Do that. Change this to west. Call it. And you can see we made it over here this time. Which we need to make the script lock the vehicle and make it invincible for a little while. You can see that two of the structures, they are spawning. There they are, and two of them did spawn inside each other without having to do like a random position, a random rotation as well. I think that worked out pretty well. So, this will enable the AI commander to spawn troops at these locations. Players will be able to respawn at them, and we'll have these I'll have it spawn in invincible for probably like 10-15 seconds, and then it'll become invincible or destructible, and it will remain locked, so it can't be moved. I think that will sum it up. So these camps, you should see them coming to you pretty soon. Of course, they'll be marked for the friend side, but not for the enemy side, so the enemies will have to hunt them down. And what I can do now with this being done is move on to the threat assess, which I did not get to show you, but we'll go ahead and make that another video right away. Alright guys, see you in the next video.